Hello and welcome to Crypto News today, May 18th, 2026. And the top crypto news is as follows. First of all, have a good week everyone, and we'll go to Italy's largest bank, which is entering crypto more heavily. Specifically, Intesa Sanpaolo, Italy's largest bank, more than doubled its cryptocurrency exposure in the first quarter of 2026, from just $100 million at the end of 2020. It now has approximately $235 million as of March 31st. These cryptos are ETFs, and it has exposure to Bitcoin ETF from 21 shares and BlackRock, exposure to Ethereum ETF from BlackRock, an XRP ETF from Grayscale. So Italy's major bank is entering crypto more heavily, and they will all continue to enter. Moving now to Japan, we'll look at a blockchain that I didn't know existed. Specifically, Japan's blockchain institutions announced they will issue a new stablecoin tied to the Japanese yen on two networks, Japan Open Chain and Ethereum. Japan Open Chain is essentially a layer 1 blockchain supported by 14 Japanese entities. This is the currency you see on your screens, which hasn't done very much volume with only $33,000. Nevertheless, it's an Ethereum compatible network, which is why the stablecoin is also being placed there. As I said, it's supported by various Japanese companies dealing with crypto, as well as banks from what I've read. So this blockchain will have its own stablecoin in Japan. Staying in Asia, we'll go to Samsung. Specifically, according to information, South Korea's Securities Depository Center is proceeding with a blockchain-based securities platform as the country prepares to implement new rules for tokenized assets. Samsung itself won a contract to build a platform which is expected to be completed in February 2027. This platform concerns tokenized securities, so tokenization is a very strong narrative in the crypto market, as you've already understood, my dear audience. In some ETF news for us now, let me tell you that spot Bitcoin ETFs lost $1 billion last week, breaking a 6-day inflow streak. Some well-known names that are selling include Harvard University, which reduced its participation in BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF by 43% to approximately $117 million in the first quarter, while it sold its entire position in the Ethereum ETF, which also belongs to BlackRock. This was worth $86 million, and they sold it all. But the good news for ETFs comes from VanEck and Grayscale. These two companies, we learned, modified their application for the BNB ETF, with many analysts saying that a BNB ETF is likely. Now moving to our crypto market, Bitcoin stands at $76,000 to $77,000, with the price wanting to go to our support. Why did we have this drop in recent days? The reason is already in the previous episode, where I told you that things continue to heat up again in Asia, and this hasn't changed. America has sent a list of terms to Iran for a possible ceasefire agreement, according to Iraqi media, and Iran also responded to America's terms for achieving a peaceful agreement to end the war. However, the USA explicitly states that 2 of Iran's 5 terms are not included in the assumptions for an agreement. If you read what one has sent and what the other has sent, I find it very difficult for them to agree, with the American president saying that Iran better move, otherwise there will be nothing left of it. We also learn that, based on American officials, the American president is expected to meet on Tuesday with the top national security team in the Situation Room to discuss strategic options on Iran, while Trump has already spoken with the Israeli president to discuss the situation in Iran. For this reason, the markets are not very happy except for one small element, and that is oil, which has found itself again at $103. If they start fighting in Asia, it will continue to rise, as you understand. That wraps up the top news for crypto today, May 18th, 2026. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care, everyone, and have a good day.